Hello, everyone, and welcome to another series of Life with Maria. I'm here every Friday at 7 p.m. and I'll be doing this series each Friday, and I'm talking on different topics. Each week, it's a different topic. So last week was the first episode, and last week, we talked about mind maps, and we went through two mind map creation tools, online mind map creation tools, Poplet and Kogel it. And after that, we talked about creating mind maps in OneNote and why would you create mind maps in OneNote and why OneNote is the best tool for mind maps. And I also shared some ideas how to do that. Now, this week, we are talking about sticky notes. So if I open this week's Pearl Tree, you'll see that I actually have three online tools that I will share with you on creating sticky note boards that you can use with your students that are shareable. And after that, we'll talk about sticky notes in OneNote, how to create one, how to use them, and why even bother doing that in OneNote. So these three are my most favorite and the best ones from my research. So I did a little research and I found a new one. It's not a new one, but one that has been updated a lot, like Storyboard, one that I love and adore, Scrambler, and I've used it for so many years, and Padlet, of course, which is embeddable in OneNote, and I have used it the past years with it in my classroom with my students, and it has proved to be one of the greatest things that we've done in my classroom. So let's start with Storyboard. So why did I choose Storyboard? Now it's interesting because I chose Storyboard because of the templates the pre-made templates that they share and you can use, like, for example, this design thinking template. So you can use this design thinking template for creating for adding sticky notes if you're using design thinking method in the classroom. So here you have sections for what's the topic, and then how do you empathize with the people having the trouble that you try to find a solution to, define the problem, and here is a space for brainstorming ideas, where you put your prototype and test and so on. So it's a good idea to use it in a classroom. And if you click on the sticky notes, you will see that apart from text, you can add a whiteboard, an image, video, index card, or a file. So let me just write some text, and this is what it looks like. Okay, I have to take it up. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and also students can comment on, let's say in the ideate part, students need to brainstorm all these ideas on what they can do to solve a problem, and in the ideate then students can actually comment on each other's ideas and say, oh, this is doable, we can do that, or this is not something that we can do, and so on. And another idea that I wanted to share, as I work as an associate at the Immersive Minds, recently Immersive Minds has shared a file, a world, Minecraft world, that will help teachers to 3D print students' creations in Minecraft. So let's say you have a topic, a problem that you want to solve, and then students use Minecraft to create a situation where they would empathize with the people or the customers they're trying to create a prototype or a product for. Then they define what the problem is, brainstorm ideas. So you can use this template to brainstorm ideas, comment on each of the ideas, and then create a prototype by creating whatever product the students come up with, and then 3D printing it so that you can test it. So that's a great idea, how to use design thinking method and how to use Storyboard and this particular template in the classroom. The other interesting template that I found that's very interesting to me is the 6 thinking hats template. And here students need to get to a decision by looking at the problem from different perspectives. So the white hat is actually looking at, when you put on the white hat, you're actually looking at the information, the statistics, the data. With the red hat, you actually think about what your gut's telling you. So what am I to do? So what is my gut telling me to do? And the black hat, actually, when you put on the black hat, then you think about all the negative things that might happen from that decision. So what are the negative things that will come up after that? And with the yellow, then you think of the optimistic, the positive, the benefits that will come up from that decision. And with the green hat, you need to use creativity to come up with a solution. And with the blue hat, actually, you decide which of these hats you are going to go with. Are you going with your guts? Do you think that maybe people will respond negatively to this, or they will respond positive? And so with the wearing the blue hat, they need to decide actually what's the decision. So how can you use this in a classroom? Well, if you have a problem that usually appears in classrooms where there is a conflict, then students need to decide on how to resolve that conflict, and having in mind not only the information that they have from the conflict and what their guts is telling them they should do, but also have in mind what are the negative things that will happen, or what are the benefits that they will have, and then come out with a creative solution to that conflict in the classroom. So that's 6 thinking hats. And when you are creating a Storyboard, let me now really quickly create one that I will call education. And I can choose templates. And then if you go to education, you will actually see what are the education templates that you can do with your students. 5-paragraph essay outline, character map, compare and contrast, conflict map. This one is interesting. So what is the conflict, how it can be solved, and why? And this is a shareable template, so all the students can contribute with the ideas by adding sticky notes, empathy map. So here's the empathy maps template, and then you have know, want to know, learn template, persona template, reading analysis, seed discussion. This was an interesting one for me. So what were the information students didn't understand in the lesson? What are the surprising or interesting things they learned? What is the vocabulary they want to know more about? And what are the things that actually remind them of some other things that they know of? And of course, word wall, which is actually something that why teachers use sticky notes in the classroom. So this was Stormboard and stormboard.com, and it's a very easy to use tool, and you can share it with your students. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to, yeah, here it is. You can share the link with your students, and students can contribute to the board. The second thing, this is my most favorite, is Crumbler. And Crumbler is this simple whiteboard that you can divide into sections. Okay, I will name this to do, and I'll name this doing, and this will be done. And then if you want to add stickers, you just press this plus, and on my to-do list is read about computational thinking. And it's very simple. And the best thing is when you are creating the board, actually you create a link that you can share and everyone can contribute. Let me just open another one so that you see how easy it is. Okay, then you just write the name of the board. I will call it Maria Live, and then just go. And then your link, as you see, is scrumble.ca/Maria Live. So it's very easy to use, and it's wonderful tools for online tool for sticky notes. And the last one that we are going to look into is Padlet. And I chose Padlet because I used it a lot in my classroom. I used to use it a lot in my classroom, and because of the things that you can put into a sticky note in Padlet. So now I will choose a shelf. So you see, you have all these templates. You can start with a blank Padlet. You have a canvas, a stream, grid, back channel, or shelf. I will start with a shelf. Oh, good. I even like the color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to name my columns. So this is like, for example, 3 things I learned. Let's see, what are the 3 things that I learned on this lesson? 2 interesting ideas that I had. Sorry. And 1 question I still have. Is the last one. And when you share this board, students will be able to comment on what are the 3 things. In the title, they can write their name, and in the description, they can write what are the 3 things that they learn. If you go to more, you'll be able to see what are the things that they can share in Padlet. So they can upload something, link, search for images and GIFs in Google, take a snap, capture a video with a camera, add a voice, record their screen, draw, add a map, or even link to another Padlet. So this is why Padlet is an amazing tool for using in the classroom as a board where you add sticky notes. And the last thing is that you can copy the link of this Padlet, go to OneNote, why doesn't it work? Let me go back. So Padlet, I can embed Padlet in OneNote, I'm sure of that, but maybe I embed it through Sway. Let me check this first. Okay, I did copy it. Oh, I should make it private, public. Okay, now I'll copy it and let me go again. It was probably Sway, so let me try. I'm sorry. So let me go to my Sway. So I know for sure that you can embed Padlet into OneNote, but what is the process of that? I really don't remember. Was it through Sway? Was it directly into OneNote? I don't know, but I'm sure that it will work through Sway. But for Sway, this is a good lesson also. For Sway, you will need the embed code. So you will create a blank Sway, and then you add media, embed, put the embed code. Let me make it large and let me work on the design so that okay, this is the style that I want. Okay, here it is. Now all I need to do is copy the link of this Sway, and if this doesn't work, then yep, it does. So it was through Sway, yeah. And the most interesting thing is that well, actually you need to open it in Edge. It used to be there used to be a possibility for you to actually fill in this Padlet right into OneNote without using without leaving the OneNote page. But as I see, you have to now open it in Edge so that you can fill it in. But that's okay. Now let's go back to sticky notes with OneNote. So what I have created for you today are some cute looking sticky notes that you can get from Teachers Pay Teachers, and you have the link right below the YouTube video in the description. There you have the link, and here are one set of the sticky notes that I shared. Here's another set, a cute little sticky notes, and another one, to-do task, and another one. I used the same colors but different shapes, and I think this is the last one. Yeah. So once you get them, what you can do is, let me just put them on a side. What you can do is, I'll put this one as well. So you can make this sticker bigger and then set it as a background. And then you'll be able to write text over and make it really look like a sticky note where you've added some text. Now, if you have in mind all the things that you can embed into OneNote, then a sticky note will not only have text, but it can also have audio or video or embedded sway or embedded Flipgrid and so on. So you can have a board full of sticky notes that will have different things. And last, I want to show you, okay, not here. I want to show you how you can create sticky notes really easy in PowerPoint, and you can put them in your OneNote notebook or create kind of a template that you can use and reuse many times. So if you go to PowerPoint and go to Insert tab, in the shapes, you'll be able to find, so where do I find that? Where was it? Here is one good looking shape that it looks like a cutout sticky note. And the other one is, yeah, here it is, like a piece of paper. It looks a lot like a piece of paper. Now, if you go to shape fill, actually you can choose colors. I like this green color. And this one, well, I'll use for this one, let me see. I don't like the blue one. Let me go to more colors and find something that I like. Yep, this is too dark. Here it is, no shape outline. Okay, I've just created 2 sticky notes. I can actually make the different colors of the same sticky note. Now, how do you put this in OneNote? You just copy it. You go to your OneNote. I have a blank page. Okay. And then I just paste it. And here is my sticky note. I can make it larger. And then I'll take the other one here. Make it the same size as this one. You want your sticky notes to be the same size. And there it is. So let me just change the color of the background. Yep. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a board, a template. So I'll use drawing, white color, drawing, shapes. I need this, then I need to go back to shapes, and I'll have this, and then let me just copy this one. Okay, put it here somewhere. I need to move this here, and then I'll make a do, and I'll work with, I'll change the font. So here is one. Yeah, I really love this font. And I'll use white color. Maybe a bit bigger. Okay, now I copy this and I make it into doing. And then I have done. So here I have just created a template. I have sticky notes that I can make smaller or bigger. So what's on my to-do list, what's on my doing list, and what's on my done list. And once you create these sticky notes in different colors, then you just copy them, and then you have sticky notes that you can use all the time. So last, Let's go to Teachers Pay Teachers. So here are the sticky notes that I actually offer, and I have created. And okay, last week I was talking about mind maps, so I have created some mind map templates in OneNote, and what you download actually is a OneNote with a section full of mind maps. Here you download OneNote with a section full of sticky notes, and here I have cool looking badges that you can insert into your OneNote and use with your students. Okay, so that was it for today. We'll talk. Next week, 7 p.m. And well, I haven't decided on a topic yet, but since I have one day free, and I usually spend that one day on research, on finding tools that are interesting to share, and on ideas how to recreate all that things in OneNote. And I usually spend that day on creating templates that I put on Teachers Pay Teachers. Okay, thank you and bye.